Pod security admission is a powerful security feature in Kubernetes that helps enforce security policies for your containerized applications. It provides a built-in mechanism to control how pods behave in your cluster, ensuring they meet specific security requirements before they're allowed to run. Pod security admission is a built-in admission controller that enforces pod security standards at the namespace level. It replaced the deprecated PodSecurityPolicy feature, providing a simpler and more standardized approach. The controller automatically applies security policies during pod creation, evaluating each pod against the rules defined for its namespace. Configuration is done through Namespace Labels, making it easy to manage and understand. Kubernetes defines 3 pod security standards. First is privileged, which is an unrestricted policy intended for trusted workloads that require elevated permissions. Second is baseline, a minimally restrictive policy that prevents known privilege escalations while still allowing common configurations. Third is restricted, the most heavily restricted policy that follows current security hardening best practices and is recommended for security-critical applications. Pod security admission operates in 3 different enforcement modes. The enforce mode actively rejects any pods that violate the configured policy, preventing them from running. The audit mode logs policy violations to the audit log, but still allows the pod to be created, which is useful for monitoring. The warn mode returns a user-facing warning message when violations occur, but also permits the pod to run. These modes can be used together to gradually adopt security policies. Pod security admission uses namespace labels to define security policies. The label format consists of a mode and a level. The mode can be enforce, audit, or warn, and the level can be privileged, baseline, or restricted. You can apply different combinations to the same namespace, for example, enforcing baseline while auditing and warning against the restricted standard. To apply pod security admission to a namespace, you use the kubectl label command. You specify the namespace name followed by the labels you want to apply. For example, you can set enforce equals baseline to block violating pods, audit equals restricted to log violations of the restricted standard, and warn equals restricted to notify users about restricted policy violations. Multiple labels can be applied simultaneously to provide layered security. The pod security admission workflow has 3 main steps. First, when a user creates or updates a pod, the request is sent to the Kubernetes API server. Second, the admission controller evaluates the pod specification against the security policy configured for that namespace through labels. Third, based on the configured enforcement mode, the controller takes action by either blocking the pod, logging the violation to the audit log, or displaying a warning to the user. Pod security admission offers several key benefits. It's built directly into Kubernetes, requiring no external controllers or webhooks. Configuration is simple using namespace labels, making it easy to understand and manage. It supports gradual adoption by allowing you to use audit and warn modes before fully enforcing policies. Finally, it provides standardized industry-standard security profiles that follow Kubernetes best practices, ensuring consistency across clusters.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.